Alexander Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk. Please raise your hand if you have a question for the guys and direct it to Matthew or Sasha. We'll start front left over here, guys, with Ryan.
Ryan Clark, ESPN. Matthew, this question's for you. When you look at Vegas, I mean, in this postseason, you're not going to be the fifth player that they play that's been in the top 5 in points. Like, what do you notice about their structure and their scheme and sort of what they do and what they've done against those other players who've been successful in the postseason?
I can't really speak for how they've played individual players, but I know as a team they've been as steady as any team's been. I think that since that Game 5 in Boston, you can throw us in that category with them as well. But they've been, challenged, but not really in playoffs so far. They haven't had an elimination game. They've ran through the West. So we have our hands full, and we're definitely as prepared as you could possibly be for this team. And at the end of the day, it comes down to preparation and then work ethic and execution. So I know our work ethic will be there, so hopefully we can execute tonight.
Left side, Luke.
Matthew, and any last-minute messages from your dad, and what do you think it means to him to have a son in the Stanley Cup Final?
I mean, just standard, text back and forth. But I think the common thing that him and some other former players, some high-end players that have played in these moments have passed along is this series really is, winning the series is a very special, memory for a lifetime. But at the end of the day, it's still a playoff series, and you just got to treat it the same way. And the people that maybe try to oversimplify it or to the other extreme try to be a hero, that's those guys and the teams that probably are in trouble. So for us, we got to go out there and we've got to play exactly how we have all playoffs, and we know that we have a chance to be successful.
Front left.
Hey, Barkov, this one's for you. I know you've been working with Anton Lundell a lot, especially during his rookie year. I mean, what do you have to say about his development into the solid two-way center he's been for you guys throughout the playoffs this year?
Well, I think it's very impressive to see he's a young guy and coming to the league and at a young age and asking questions right away, not being shy at all, asking questions, seeing what other guys do and how other guys work and trying to take some good things from them, and then at the same time he trusts his own instincts and does what he does best, and he's impressive two-way center and two-way player in this league already at his age. So really excited to watch what he's gonna become.
We'll take 2 more questions in English on the left side. Dan.
Matthew, Dan Rosen, NHL.com. I'm curious, what has it meant to you to have Brady along, kind of in your corner through this ride, and as somebody who's not on the team, not as invested in every day what's going on, but somebody that knows the league, plays in the league, and can be a sounding board for you as well?
Yeah, well, you guys look at him as another NHL player. I look at him as a brother. So, I mean, obviously he's in my corner and as invested for, the rest of my family. They're as invested as this as I am. So they all want this so bad as well. This opportunity doesn't come around very often, obviously. I mean, my family knows that. And to have his support and, just to bounce things off him, just talking about Vegas a little bit, see what he sees in them, and kind of been doing that all playoffs with the teams we've been playing, getting his little pre-scout, and I don't know, it's just great to have the support, and I feel very lucky.
Last question in English on the right side, Jameson.
This one's for Sasha. Sasha, last 2 rounds, you guys won Game 1. First round against Boston, played really strong, didn't win. But just how much have you guys looked at Game 1 to kind of really set the standard, and how much of these Game 1s really kind of helped set you guys up for success throughout this run?
I think every game is important, no matter which game is that. And for us, it's to go out and play as hard as possible. It doesn't matter which game it is, and it's a long series, but we only think about one game at a time, and whether it's Game 1 or Game 2. But all we know right now is Game 1, and we're prepared for that and prepared to work as hard as possible.
Matthew, you can hop off and take one in finish on the left side. Go ahead.
Moi Sasha. Kerro vähän